What's going on, everybody? My name is Mario. This is a channel all about amusement park type stuff, but what, Javey?
Mostly coasters.
Yeah.
Let's talk about amusement parks, like rides and rides in the dark. Rides right here and rides all over, but mostly coasters, mostly coasters. We'll talk about all kind of things, but mostly coasters.
Today we're at SeaWorld Orlando. Javey is super excited, huh?
Heck yeah, I am.
It's like bucket list park for you.
Heck yeah.
Probably gonna hit up Manta first. Those little tiny sharks are the cutest sharks I've ever seen in my life. So we just got off of Manta. I almost said Montu. I feel like all the SeaWorld parks in Florida have coasters that sound exactly the same. That was really fun. Even though it's the same style as Tatsu, it definitely feels different. Tatsu definitely excels in the parts where you're higher up off of the ground, whereas Manta is kind of fun and unique. And I'd say in the second half where
Second half's way better.
you're flying low to the ground and the ground feels like it's right in your face, which is really, really cool. Flying over the water too is really cool. You don't really get that on Tatsu. Tatsu is definitely more surreal. Feels like you're flying a little bit more almost, I would say.
Yeah.
Two different experiences. Which do you like better?
Tatsu's way better from the beginning, and then Manta's way better towards the end. But I think overall, I thought Manta was more fun because there's like so much more variety. Like you do go over the trees, and then you go over water, and then you feel like you're gonna like cut your hands off. Like, I don't know, it's so fun. I just like how it's different every like second of the way.
Next up, we're heading to Kraken. I like the entrance.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So we just got off of Kraken. Actually really fun, but I guess main highlights about it that aren't like element specific. A little shaky, more forceful than I expected, and overall just more fun than I expected. Javey didn't hurt her head on it, which is always a success when we go on something with over-the-shoulder restraints. Really beautiful by the water, and any amount of on-ride theming is always fun, even though it wasn't like obviously anything excessive. Oh, going through the trenches was super awesome. That's unique to this floorless coaster. Almost reminded me of Montu in that regard. Obviously it's a different ride experience, but working your way through the trenches in the second half is really fun. But yeah, having fun here so far. Next up, we're gonna go on my most anticipated ride at this park, Mako. I am so excited. Supposedly this thing gives really awesome airtime, so we are excited. And it's themed to one of Javey's favorite animals, right?
Yeah, sharks.
So that was like hands down best hyper I've been on. Compared to Diamondback at Kings Island, like you actually get airtime, right?
Yes, so fun. I love that ride.
Butter smooth, fantastic airtime on like every hill. Wasn't super strong, but it was like so sustained. We're gonna go again. There was literally no one in line. Really, really good. So we got off of Mako for a second time, going back on for a third time. We rode front row, and that was so awesome. It was better than second to last row. The airtime down the first drop was still really good, and then everything else was pretty much the same. And you just get the pops of airtime stronger going up the hills as opposed to down the hills. All in all, though, it was better just because you got the wind going in your face, and like I said, you get just as much airtime.
It's no wave breaker, but it's super fun.
You don't think that's better than Wave Breaker?
Not at all, no.
Mako, third time in a row. Definitely my favorite coaster in the park. The back row, actually, like, I don't know why, but the ejector on the first drop felt significantly stronger than in the second to last row. Left side is better though. That's something that we both like actually noticed a difference. Because of the banking, you get popped up a little bit more. But yeah, we're probably gonna go get some food now and yeah. good. So this is what we got for lunch. We got slow-cooked pork that comes with rice and beans, and then a side salad. I think the total ended up running us about $15. Not too terrible for if you're splitting it with a teeny tiny. We'll see how it is. Javi says it's plain.
That's good. The beans are good. The rice is plain.
Oh, the rice is plain. I see. Food was pretty good. Pretty filling meal without you feeling too heavy, so it was good. Cue ocean sounding music, whatever that means. Next up, journey to Atlantis. So we've actually gone through all of today thus far without having to wait in a single line. And not too surprising, the water ride is the one with the line. So, I mean, this visual might show you why the line is so slow moving. It already only seats 8 people a vehicle. And then obviously when you cut that in half and they only load 2 boats at a time, yeah, you're gonna have a slow moving line and a long wait. That was awful in every which way.
Yeah.
So Javi and I just got off of Journey to Atlantis. Pretty fun. This was the only coaster at the park that I have not seen a POV of coming into it, so it was all new to me. Dark ride sections were really, really fun. The coaster section was pretty short, so I don't know if I would consider it a coaster necessarily. I mean, I guess I would, but it's definitely only 10% of the ride. Also, all the turns were really jarring. A little uncomfortable in that regard, right? What do you think about it?
I think it was cool that it was a hybrid of all those 3 things, you know, the coaster, the dark ride, and the water ride. The slamming was not super fun, but
no.
Even though I might not want to go on it again, it's still fun.
That is awesome.
I mean, you could put your hand in there.
That's a good shot. Thank you, Mr. Stingray. So we just watched, I think it was called Dolphin Days, right?
Yeah.
The dolphin show that they have here. It was pretty good. The only thing I have to really compare it to is Drench and the other one at Discovery Kingdom.
Discover our ocean friends.
Discover Our Ocean Friends, that's the one. And if I'm being completely honest, I like Drench a little bit more just because Drench, they have, I guess, more things for the dolphins to interact with. I think I actually have footage from that, so I can insert some of the things that I'm talking about since I'm not making a whole lot of sense. But they also showed behaviors that neither of us had seen before at Dolphin Days here.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. There was one where the dolphin like twists while he's flipping.
She called it a spin bow.
So that was really cool to see new behaviors. Yeah, you got anything to add to that? I mean, that's pretty much it.
I like that as a captive audience talk about conservation and the important work that SeaWorld does. So that was really great. Something that I thought was really awesome from it, she said the exact amount of number of animals that SeaWorld rescued this year. That's dope.
So we are in the aquarium exhibit adjacent to Manta. So it's kind of connected to Manta's queue line. But this is where you can come if you just want to look at the exhibit without having to go on the ride. This is Javy for comparison of size, and then Stingray. So this is mine and Javey's first time seeing manatees. They're so big. And they have the little babies! The little babies are the cutest thing in the world. They have pig noses, huh? Oh my god, it's the cutest thing ever! Oh my god, they're adorable. Even the big, massive one. So now we're up in sort of the, I don't even know what you'd call this, the area where the injured ones go to be taken care of, I would assume. The rescue, rehab. There you go, good job. And these guys, it's so sad to see this, but I think it's important to see it too, to highlight some of the rehabilitative work that SeaWorld does. It's nice to see what some of the money goes towards. It's not just rides and attraction and going into people's pockets. It goes to helping some of these fellas out with their ouchies. Oh, did you have them at work? Okay, again, for scale, these are not big. These are tiny. Javey's head, alligator. So we went on a couple more rides. We got another ride on Mako in the back row. It was awesome. I feel like all the SeaWorld parks in Florida have coasters that sound exactly the same. I went on Kraken again. Might be my favorite floorless coaster. It's definitely one of the most forceful ones that I've been on. With our membership, we get to partake in the craft beer festival. So Javey and I got a couple sample sizes of some ciders, really delicious. We get 3 tastings each with our memberships, which is really fun. Nice little addition to our day to have a beer tasting. We're gonna get some food, but not until we finish up the sea lion show. I think it's called Sea Lion High. Really looking forward to it. Let's get it.
I would now like to introduce to you our class president and valedictorian, SeaWorld! Well done, SeaWorld! Excellent work now, Seymour. I understand you're...
Sorry we're running a little bit late, but we were back there making some TikTok videos.
Well, the only thing that I know that goes TikTok is my watch.
Huh?
Now you two quit goofing around and dash off to gym class.
Oh, yes, sir.
Chop, chop. Oh no! Oh, it's a leak! Oh, the plumbing in the school really has gone down the drain. Seymour, you're on first! And go! Yes! Amazing! Okay! Now swim, Seymour, swim! Yes! Well done, Seymour! Well done. Put it there, young man.
Do it, even better. Wait, no.
Oh,
I woke up this morning, I forgot to brush my teeth, but I was in my pants.
What a cheater! Give me that!
We just finished the sea lion show. It was really funny. It was really good. They did a lot of improv.
Oh my god, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was so campy, but like in all the right ways.
Yeah.
I'm not usually a big fan of campiness, but it was like funny dad jokes.
It was great.
And then there was a lot of them breaking character because the animals weren't performing the behaviors that they were quote unquote supposed to. And
Which
it was
happens, you know,
It was
you can't
hilarious,
make an
and
animal
they
do
were
anything.
so good at just like, I don't know, just going with it and being like, all right, let's try that again. And then they didn't do it like, well, let's just pretend they're doing it. It was great.
It was good. It was wacky, but it wasn't like it wasn't over the top annoying. It was really funny. I would watch it again just to see how different it would be.
This has pickled mustard on it.
The king.
It tastes like you're eating a pickle, but it's mustard. I'm looking orange. Yeah, we're enjoying ourselves. This little craft brew festival thing, I can totally see why people come just for this. It's super fun, super tasty stuff. So we did Mako again, this time in row 4 because all the other ones were taken. It's fun in every single row. I think I'm kind of indifferent to where I sit on it. The only thing is like front, you get the wind in your face. Other than that, you get great airtime everywhere. In the middle, you get consistent airtime. So it's just like consistent floater across the entire hill. Really fun. Doesn't matter where you sit on Mako, it's a great ride. There's Icebreaker. We might go check that out later when we go look at the orcas. It's sort of near that area, I think. Looks tiny, but looks fun. But yeah, here's Icebreaker. Looks like it's completely ready to go. Trains are in the station. I don't know if it's tested yet or not, but just like Iron Gwazi, it's not opening anytime soon. Okay, going full shameful credit hoarder. Kitty credit time. It was a kitty credit, but the brakes were impressive. Why? Because it actually had magnetic brakes. I feel like most times on a kiddie coaster, you're screeching to a halt and getting hurt, right?
Yes.
And this was nice and smooth. Even you were impressed.
It was great. I was like bracing for impact and then there was no impact.
The rest of the ride was a little shaky. Had an uncomfortable leg divider going up in places that shouldn't be, you know, poked and prodded. But cool brakes. Orca show time. I think we're about a minute late at this point. So Orca Encounter was good, very fun to see orcas in general, but also moving around. Next time I think we want to just see them like in their exhibit.
Yeah.
But as far as the behaviors performed, they're orcas, so they're gonna have obviously pretty limited behavioral displays. But it was fun, a lot of emphasis obviously on like the conservation and stuff. So yeah, definitely not the most fun show. I would say whatever the Sea Lion one, Sea Lion High?
Yeah.
I think that one was my favorite. So we've ridden rides, we've watched shows, we've seen cute little manatees. All in all, a fantastic day so far, and we're gonna cap it off with a night ride on Mako. Mako, last ride of the day. Javey, that was your favorite, you said.
Yeah, I figured out the perfect balance of just how much to adjust the seat thingy.
Yeah, it was the lap bar? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I mean, that ride is fantastic. All the coasters here are really, really good. There's so much to do here, isn't there? Like between the shows, just the animal exhibits, like the manatee rescue thing alone, we spent a ton of time there. And it's not like we even rode everything like a ton of times.
No.
We ended up getting 2 rides on Manta,
Yep.
2 rides on Kraken, and I think 5 or 6 rides on Mako, which is definitely maybe excessive for some people, but I wouldn't have done it any differently.
I love that ride.
While Busch Gardens has more for an enthusiast, and if you genuinely don't care about anything other than coasters, that's probably a better park for you. But I think this park is way more well-rounded. There's just so much different types of entertainment to keep you, I don't know, for lack of a better word, stimulated.
Yeah.
Overall, fantastic day. So that's gonna do it. Why don't I ever just enunciate word by word? Why do I have to combine every word into one mega stupid word? So that is going to do it for today's vlog. SeaWorld Orlando was fantastic. Highly recommended. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you got to the end. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and of course, 2 thumbs down if you didn't like it. And if you really, really liked it, share it. Subscribe for more content like this, and until next time. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ow.